All right, everybody, in this video, we're going to be talking about pelvic movement. And what I mean by that is a lot of people think we have to, rotate the pelvis and all these different things. Well, as we already know, the pelvis has, the way it's fused to the bottom part of the spine, it's fused. So if something's fused, rotating that isn't really going to be the smartest thought we have in our head, okay? But in Hogan's book, he gives from the left ball socket or the lead ball socket that the hip moves this way into this 45-degree angle that everybody talks about. Now here's the interesting thing. I really want you to, stand up and feel this for yourself. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to take this lead part of the hip structure or the pelvis structure and turn it. I'm actually going to try to do it with the right side. So the second I turn it with the right side, I can feel the pelvis shifting or getting into this where it's going to set us into this, 45-degree angle that Hogan was talking about. But if I do it with the right side, now I have so much pressure and weight on my right leg that it's not correct. Okay, so now let's do this from the center of our pelvis or from where my belt buckle is, and I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to really try to, stay inside of myself and turn. Well, the second I turn, guess what? I feel kind of balanced here, but because I've turned with the center, there's still too much on the right side, and it feels like if I keep going that I'm going to come over here. But now if we take the lead part of the pelvis, not the trail part, so the lead part, now I'm gonna, oh my goodness, what are we starting to feel? Because now the gate, if you can think of it like a gate swinging open, now if I'm doing it with the lead side of the pelvis and thinking this is my one thought here is to go this way, it's really going to work out for you, okay? So when you stand up, say, okay, I'm going to take the trail part of the pelvis and I'm going to feel like I rotate it. And immediately you'll feel like how everything's wanting to come over here. Now I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to make these moves with the center part or the belt buckle, and we're going to say, let's turn that, which is really a shift, but you're still going to feel how everything is still wanting to move me over here. Now let's do it with the lead part of the pelvis, and we're going to go like this. Now there is no desire to go over here. Now I am centered, okay? So what happens in this is what a lot of people don't understand. Everybody says, well, Hogan had this really centered looking golf swing and he's just rotating around his spine. Think of it a different way. So instead of thinking of rotating around my spine, which you are, you have to think that I am taking this left side of our body and I am turning it into my spine, which is now, because I'm starting over here, there's actually this look or this illusion that you're rotating around your spine. So all of a sudden, and I talk about, hey, we're working around the spine is just gonna feel like this. But just remember, it's not from the center and it's not from the trail hip. It is all from the lead side, the entire lead side, the pelvis, the knees, the feet, everything is being governed by this left side, because this is what is actually going to allow us to swing this door kind of open, if you will. But because we're doing it from here, we're turning into our spine, which creates what? What does that create the most? Coil. Creates the coil. Because if I try to say, okay, I'm here and I'm going to go from the center or the trail part, and I start turning, there's nothing coiling back here. It's just all falling off. But if I get here and I say do it with the lead hip and I start going like this, you are going to feel your lats. You're going to feel your stomach. You're going to feel your legs, because now we're coiling into our spine, and then our muscle structure is working, giving us that illusion that we have turned around our spine. So remember, the pelvic understanding in this lesson is very, very important. Don't you dare for 1 minute try to go with the trail side Don't dare for 1 minute try to go from the center. It has to be from the lead side of the body. That's what's going to swing this open and get us to that 45 as Hogan gets to the top. Great drill to work on, because I can guarantee a lot of you right now, when you're doing these moves with Hogan, the second the hands start going down the line, which there's already been a video explaining why we work under the spine, so make sure you watch that. But the second those hands go anyway in this direction down the line, watch what happens instantly. My body is trying to keep me in balance. But if I let everything come here and I'm working from the correct side, look at my balance. It's perfect. I've worked under my spine. Here comes everything. And then I get to the top and do all these fascinating moves that Hogan did. So remember, stand up in the mirror, practice, get a golf club. Say, oh, wow, I turned with my right. That is pathetic. Oh, center. That's kind of better, but it's not it. Here. Oh, it's kind of like the childhood story. That one's not. That's too hot. That one's too cold. This one's just right. Lead side of the pelvis is just right every single time. So make sure you practice it, and you are going to exponentially start improving the movements and the motions that are going to be necessary for us to fully understand Hogan's swing. We'll see you in the next video.